Would everyone please turn in your Bibles to Exodus chapter 20, verse 17, the thou shalt not covet commandment. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife, nor his manservant, nor his maidservant. In other words, male or female slaves. Now, where did these male or female slaves come from? Well, this is spelled out in Leviticus chapter 25, verse 44 through 46. Both thy bondsmen and thy bondsmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondsmen and bondsmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy. And of their families that are with you, which they begat in your land, shall they be your possession. The Bible also says that slaves can be taken in war. Everyone turn to Deuteronomy chapter 20, verse 10 and 11. When thou comest nigh unto a city to fight against it, and then proclaim peace unto it, and it shall be that if it make thee an answer of peace, and open unto thee, then shall it be that all the people that is found therein shall be tributaries unto thee, and they shall serve thee. In other words, if they surrender, they get to be slaves. Oh, and by the way, if they don't surrender, you kill all the men, you rape the women, and you take all the women and children as slaves. Now, how shall you treat your slaves once you have them? Well, you've got to make sure that if you beat them so severely that they die, that they don't die right away. Everyone turn in Exodus chapter 21, verse 20 and 21. And if a man smite his servant or his maid with a rod, and he die under his hand, he shall surely be punished. Notwithstanding, if he continue for a day or two, he shall not be punished, for he is money. If you beat your slaves and they die after a couple days, it's no big deal. After all, they're your property, right? Well, a lot of Christians will be very uncomfortable at this point and say, well, that was the Old Testament. The New Testament, we really get to see Jesus' love. The New Testament is what really reveals Christianity for what it truly is. Everyone turn in your Bibles to 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 18. Servants, be subject to your masters with all fear, not only to those who are good and gentle, but also to the cruel. As if there could be a good or gentle slave owner. This sentiment is echoed in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 5 and 6. Servants, be obedient to them which are your masters, according to the flesh, with fear and trembling, and singleness of your heart, as unto Christ, not with eye service, in other words, while you're being watched, as man-pleasers, but also as the servants of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart. In other words, Yahweh and Jesus love an obedient slave. Now, Jesus did condone the practice of slavery. He used slaves throughout his parables, but perhaps the most brutal point in the Bible is found in Luke chapter 12, verse 47, where Jesus allegedly says, And the servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. There can be no doubt whatsoever that the Bible condones the practice of slavery. Now, some Christians want to say how they want to make the Bible into the bedrock, the moral foundation of our society, that they want to create a Bible-based society. That truly is a scary thought. No wonder it took a deist president, Abraham Lincoln, to set the slaves free.